Whether on stage, on television, or on the big screen, our next guest knows how to deliver. Most recently, it was announced that she would be starring in Lee Daniels' reimagined adaptation of The Wonder Years, and she's also a CW PIX11 family member. Please welcome Miss Saycon Sengbloh! Hi Saycon, I usually have my bell for games, but you're not playing games, so I'm not even gonna play. You know what I mean?
Ding, ding, ding. Ring the bell,
right?
ring the bell.
Seriously. So, and I say that you're a CW family member because you played a detective in The Dark, one of like the best series ever. It blows my mind, that show, how like, how crazy it is and how dark it is. But we've had Perry Matfield, and she was telling us how like, you guys shot on location in Canada, and she promised that she may or may not take me to go stalk Drake. So can you be part of this mission?
Hey, I wanted to stalk Drake while I was there as well. I was like, oh my God, we're in Toronto. I got to see Drake. I got to see the Raptors. You know, I got to do my thing.
Well, it's not too late. We can still go back. Perry said there's strengthening numbers, they say, so we can all three go find Drake. And when the cops show up, we can run in different directions and throw them off.
And he's going to put us out. Oh, my goodness.
I wouldn't even complain. Okay, so many exciting things happening with you. Like, you were cast as the mom Lillian in The Wonder Years. And I remember doing the story about Lee Daniels reimagining the story with a black family. And when I did the story, we didn't know who was going to be cast. Here you are.
Yes, yes. And you know, so what's crazy is that was announced. Yes, that was announced that I will be playing Lillian on The Wonder Years. But what I'm actually really here to tell you about that's happening right now is Delilah.
I know, I was gonna get to that, Saycon. Oh, it's your fault because you have so much going on. I was like, I gotta go down the list and make sure people understand how busy you are. Like, we're talking about how Broadway shut down. You're a Broadway star, but you've kept on keeping busy. But since you wanna go straight to Delilah, we shall. And we have a SOT. We're gonna play it and we'll chit chat.
Okay.
So like $1 million? If we can prove that this is a whistleblower retaliation case, you will get a lot more than that.
How much? Like 5?
Leah, let's get on the same page.
Look, I heard somewhere someone got...
If Osborne knew that soldiers were being harmed by the C-15, this settlement won't just be about the money. This is gonna have to include a stipulation that requires them to make this public.
As long as I get my money, I don't care what happens.
Great.
So like 5.
So after whenever I see that clip, I'm like, I hear Rihanna going, better have my money. Because Leah is like, yeah, whatever speech you're saying, lady, but where's my money?
What about the money? Right.
So talk to us about Leah, because we had Mara and Jill Marie Jones on here not too long ago to talk about Delilah, which is highly anticipated from Craig Wright, who can do no wrong. So talk to us about your character and how you're in the mix.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm glad that you were able to have those ladies on. I love those ladies. They're starring in the show, and I'm so pleased to be a part of this show, Delilah, about this lawyer who's based in Charlotte, North Carolina, who's raising her family and living her life and trying to do her thing. And then my character, I roll into town. We went to school together, and I roll into town and I need help, okay? And it's going to be a really, really good and juicy season. I'm enjoying my outfits. You see that animal print?
Oh, we see.
And I heard you all talking about life of quarantine and all that stuff. And the fact that you see us talking and acting without masks certainly wasn't easily accomplished, because we had masks on all the time, except for when they called action. So we had a lot of protocols so that we could really do what we needed to do to be safe. And we were able to, you know, bring these characters to life. So yeah, you get to see Leah. She's a feisty character.
Oh, you don't have to tell us, and she needs her money. Like 5? Is that what we're talking, like 5? Like, she's like being specific, like, let me know. So, but let us know about because you're on Delilah on OWN Network, but then on the big screen, you're working for the Aretha movie with Jennifer Hudson, my cousin Marlon Wayans. So talk to us about that as well. Respect.
Yeah, so the Aretha Franklin movie will be premiering toward the end of this year in August of 2021. Yes, and oh my goodness, Jennifer Hudson was a dream. I'm so thrilled to work with her. She's just a lovely spirit. And we got to, you see me in that green standing up next to the piano. We got to have such a wonderful time shooting these scenes and wearing these costumes.
Ooh, look at you again.
Yeah, there we are on the streets of New York. There I am in green again. That's my magic color. Apparently, I'm wearing a minty green today. But we had a ball shooting that movie, and to be a part of such a historic piece and reenact so many historic events was amazing. It's, you know, I've always loved vintage things, and vintage pop soul is my other name. Okay, and so just to be a part of it is perfect, and it's gonna be really perfect for me to play Lillian on the Wonder Years, because it will segue into more of vintage vibes for me, more of those clothes, more of really showing the other side of what was happening during those times.
All right, so we've covered television, the big screen. We know like you're a Broadway staple, doing it all since God knows when. And then you also have a podcast, so where can we check that out?
Yeah, so Saycon Talks is my podcast. I'll have a little sip of tea here.
Okay.
Saycon Talks. Yes,
Because
yes.
you love tea. You love your tea. You're a tea connoisseur. Right?
I had to have a sip just now. I love my tea. I love my herbal teas. I think we have to make sure that we get as much nutrition as we can, because everybody's just moving so fast and we're drinking our sodas all the time. But what about going back to the original herbs and juices and sorrel and all that good stuff? I just love it so much. So yeah, I have a podcast, Saycon Talks. People can hear it on Apple Podcasts. They can also listen on Spotify. My new season of my podcast will be starting very soon. And I go live on YouTube from time to time. If you guys want to chill out with me, have a sip and talk about life, talk about behind the scenes of entertainment, I'm there. Sometimes it's just a pajama jammy jam. I'm very casual. And then sometimes I'm on location somewhere, you know, listening to an amazing speaker and just getting what I can out of the situation. You know, it started as a blog, but during the pandemic, I really decided to spread my wings and really start talking to people a lot more. And it's been one of the most fun things ever. I love it so much.
Yeah, you're a professional at spreading your wings at anything. Because I mentioned Broadway starting off in the fall again, and we know that Wicked is one of the shows that's going to be starting, and you've also wickedly performed on Wicked and all of that. There you are.
Yes. Look at those cheekbones.
That's all I saw. That's all I saw. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I was so blessed to be the first African-American woman to perform the role of Elphaba on Wicked. And the Wicked fans are amazing. They make pages, and they're always posting pictures and, you know, all of that. I think I always say the way that Keisha Knight Pulliam was Rudy in the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Broadway, everybody, she was the first Black Elphaba. It's my claim to fame, so I'm very proud of that.
And it's so well deserved, Saycon. You are truly
before,
amazing, inspiring, the bestest. Thank you so much for chit-chatting with us. We're going to stop by and get some tea from you. You can currently see Saycon on Delilah Tuesday nights on OWN.